Come on. There we go. Sorry, my mouse is being dumb, so I clicked the button to change screens and it just sat there. All right, welcome in, welcome in. It is another Friday, and unfortunately, this is going to be the last Friday that I build Legos. Reason being is because I will no longer have Fridays off. Starting next week, my permanent day off will be Mondays. So we will move our stream to Mondays, which reminds me I need to fix that in my schedule. So let me, come on. That's not what was supposed to happen. This is not supposed to be happening. I don't know anymore. What's up, Kevin? All right, Alex. Take care of Minion. I'm trying to fix something. I think that just jacked some stuff up. I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't know. Trying to change my schedule.
Oh, settings channel.
There's that. That's done.
Settings channel.
There we go.
Schedule.
Okay. I think you're talking about on Twitch. OBS. I do on my starting and my ending screen. But for some reason, it's not showing up on my screen here. That's all right. We will get it all figured out somehow, some way or another. That's awesome. All right, so the reason I'm laughing so much, y'all couldn't hear what the wife just said. So I took a clip from her 24-hour stream where the people came in to donate money to her, and they did dollar sign kind coin, and she thought it said skin coin, and she said, "Are you trying to give me money to show skin because you don't have enough money for that, or something like that?" And her the clip already has 5 views. I clipped it about 30 minutes ago. Awesome. Love it. You have returned. Welcome back, Alex. And let's see if I can pull it up. All right, let me pause. I don't want to hear that song anyway. All right. Now, unmute it. And Is that not possible? Oh, because of that. Gonna take more money than he owns. Oh, oh my! A freaking mouse! Stop it! Why you got a yellow border around you? I don't know anymore. All right, unmute it and blow around. I'm sorry, Alex. I blow a raspberry right when you unmute. All right, so this is also going to be the final stream for the train station. At the end of this stream, we're actually going to put the train on the track attached to the train station. One's being dumb. Stop it! There. Stupid phone. All right. Where are we at? I have no clue. Oh. I said unmute it and then I blew a raspberry. All right. There we go. Hey, we caught it, Alex. We caught the wing goal. The wing goal. All right. So, of course, we have our roof. We got to finish building it. We got to put it on top of the train station, which I have right here. And then I'm going to grab the train over there with the extra tracks. We'll stick them on here. And we'll have the train up against the train station. And we'll call it complete. The fun part is we have a whole bunch of little bitty parts. So fun. So how was I almost asked how everybody's weekend was, but we haven't had weekend yet. You're not very well and may not be around. No worries, Alex. Hopefully you get to feeling better. I'm just happy you're here. Gotta go for an ECG and blood test tomorrow. Ew. I know those. I've had EKGs, ECGs, BCPs, and the PIG, and I don't know what all else. CT, MRI, X-ray. It's just all over the place. Echo, echocardiogram, heart cath. I've had a heart cath. That was fun. The the stuff that they put inject into you so they can get the contrast for the heart cath makes you feel like you just peed yourself. Hey, Trail with third. Welcome in, Trail. Hopefully you're doing good. 4, 5, 6. Come on, give me that 6. 7. Hey, Carol, when you gonna start streaming again? I ain't seen you in a while. All these are brown because I'm supposed to have a black one too. It looks like. Maybe it's another bucket. No, it's not black. It's just a really dark brown one. Two, three, four. That's 8. 2, 3, 4. That's 8. That's 8. That looks like a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. All right. Been about 9 hours feeling like I was going to pass out yesterday. Been to the doctors today and they think it's my ears, but I'm not convinced. They originally said they would do test in a week, but I asked if it would mean I couldn't be sedated, and they said it might, so I'm having them done tomorrow. So you're going to be sedated tomorrow? Is that the compromise? Oh my God, come on. Big fat gorilla fingers. Ah, okay. Gotcha. I don't blame you there. I wouldn't want to get it done without being sedated as well. I woke up in the middle of a colonoscopy before. That was not fun either.
Welcome to the cutting.
That's not fun either. My dad one time, um, he was in the recovery after one of his many stents being put in, and he looked at the doc and he goes, "Hey doc, what does?" And I don't remember what the word was that he said, but he goes, "What does such and such mean?" And the doc goes, "That you need more anesthesia." I've been fortunate that I have a very low tolerance for drugs, so they don't really have to give me much of anything, and I am out. However, um, they uh, they like to give me more drugs than I need because of how big a feller I am. That kind of hampers me coming out of anesthesia. And the last time I had surgery, I was in recovery for I think like 4 hours. I was in there forever. I was actually the one of the first ones that went into recovery, and I was the last one to leave before they were going to admit me to the hospital so they could close up the recovery room. Damn. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have nightmares about a medical procedure. I have nightmares on all of my own. I don't need any more. I imagine. I just know that the colonoscopy was not fun because I had woken up. I think what it was, they were slowly bringing me out of anesthesia because they were done or they were wrapping up and that they didn't want my recovery to be very long. So they went and was bringing me out of anesthesia early. However, the doc then started seeing stuff that he didn't like on the way back out, and so I woke up just about the time he decided to stick that right back up in there, and I was not a happy camper. I like this song. I ain't gonna listen to it on my stream. I'll listen to that on my. I wasn't a happy camper. Oh, screw that. Be like, you find a vein, we ain't doing it. We ain't having this. Now, I don't know how national health care works. Like, do they try to um, minimize the costs of some of their procedures? Is that why they try not to do sedation as much? I feel like here in America, we're sedation happy. I don't feel comfortable doing this. Oh, you want sedation? Yes, please. Yeah, that's some horrible crap. Might be getting punched. That's what be happening. Also, kind of sucks that you don't have anybody there to kind of be an advocate for you. I know you have issues with getting Joe care too, and you're really the only advocate. Like you don't have somebody in your corner helping. They could have got one. They just couldn't get one where they wanted it. It's more difficult to get a vein when someone's dehydrated, but Yeah. You just got to find the right person that knows what they're doing. Get that vein. They just didn't want to take the time. There's this clock. I wonder if it has the same time on as this other clock. Wouldn't that be funny if they didn't? So this clock in here says it's 2:30. This one says it's 3 o'clock. No wonder the train's not on time. Okay, I don't like that. Clock just spin. I didn't realize we're doing timey-wimey stuff here. Gonna go back in time. Here, nobody asked for your opinion, Lego. Uh, yeah, they had no specialist, and well, they didn't have a specialist they could call right then and there, and they didn't want to wait. I'm not saying our healthcare is perfect, because there's been some times where we've had our issues with getting some health care, especially when Book had her kidney stone. I may not have been the best advocate. I did eventually advocate for getting her taken care of, but probably not as fast as I should have. I tried to give the hospital the benefit of the doubt, but eventually I couldn't take it anymore. Well, that'd be nice. Hopefully they'll definitely be better. Well, hopefully they'll be better. I can't say they'll definitely be better, but hopefully they'll be better. That one. I need that one. Oh, did your message get caught up in Frosty Bot here? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I definitely missed it. Thinking this weekend, but you've been sick, so maybe next weekend. Well, that sucks. I hope you get to feeling better. How's work going for you? Got to figure out what you want to stream as well. Well, that's 3/4 of the battle. You just stream yourself building Legos. It's the opposite of that one. That's the same as that. Oh, it's definitely in there. Super busy. We had 5 people leave within the last week, so we're down to 4 in my department right now who can do phones with 200 plus phone calls a day and also getting reports for doctors and insurance. So fun. Wow. I've been super busy at work the last couple of weeks. So last week I put in 60 hours. And on this past Tuesday, there's a piece I was looking for. This past Tuesday, I did a 14-hour day. We had to drive down to Bossier City, uh, Louisiana, and attend a class down there. So it was a 4-hour trip there, 4-hour trip back, and it was a 6-hour class. It was a long day. I left the house at 4:30 in the morning, and I got home at 8 that night. It was a long day. The opposite of that one. Bet you it's that one. That one. I do really enjoy my new job though. There's not much that I'm not really allowed to do, and as long as my work gets done and I can justify uh, the different training classes I want to go to, I can pretty much go to any class I want to. So since I'm an emergency manager, when it comes to um, classes and stuff, as long as it has something to do with emergency management, my boss is like, "Yep, sure, go ahead." Like the class down in Bossier City was integrated uh, weather team workshop where I got to hang out with the National Weather Service, and we talked about uh, issues with our current Doppler radars, ways that we're mitigating the issues with those radars, like their range and stuff, how they see weather and stuff. New Doppler radars that are coming down the line, uh, independent radars like private radars and stuff, and how effective they are and stuff. So it was a really good class. I really enjoyed it. Uh, there was a couple of items that I didn't really understand why we did it, but for the most part, it was fine. I mean, I'm sure some of it had to be filler. I mean, case in point, I think we were done at like 2:50, but then they just kept talking to get us to the 3 o'clock mark. Like, you don't have to keep talking to get us to the 3 o'clock mark. We can leave 5 minutes early. It's not going to be that big of a deal, but no, they wanted to make sure we got all the way to the 3 o'clock mark. Like, all right, whatever. That just means I get more time towards my work schedule. Going back to school in January, so your time may be limited then as well. What are you going back to school for? I love learning what people are studying. Oh, cyber. Oh, that's right. I remember you talking about that now. Bigger person than me, man. I did cybersecurity for almost 20 years with the military, and I am done with it. So, though funny you say that, figure you already fixed computers, might as well get a degree and get paid more. There's a difference in cybersecurity and fixing computers. Just FYI. I mean, I don't mind being a computer tech, especially on the hardware side. You want me to build you a computer? No problem. I'm not a fan of software. I hate software. I'm a hardware guy. I forgot what I was doing. Three, four. Okay. Move on. You're only. Like all the computers in my house, I built. And yes, I did have to do the software on them. But here's a kicker: I manage our network. And maybe that's the difference is I manage the network. I know what the network can and can't do. I know who's on my network. I know what they're doing on my network. I'm not having to answer to a big corporation and putting in all their group policies and crap like that. So maybe that's the difference. But what is funny though is uh, one of the classes I did last week, which I think was last week Tuesday, was cybersecurity and physical security of critical infrastructure. So that was really cool. And we had a guy from NSA show up, and he was talking about. I do that wrong. he was talking about his like the work that he had done and stuff like that. And we actually got to talking, and he's actually considered an enemy of the state of China. And we got to talking, and I told him that at one point in time, uh, I was number 87 on ICE's top 100 hit list. He goes, "Wow, that's awesome, dude." I was like, "Yeah, but I'm no longer on the top 100." He goes, "Man, that sucks. You have my condolences." But isn't it cool that, you matter so much to a nation state that they put a target on you? I was like, "It is kind of cool." He goes, "Well, maybe one day you'll get back to it." Maybe I can piss somebody off enough that I'll be on their hit list. There we go. Oh, not that one. I'm going to need that one eventually. That one eventually. Well, where's the one I need? That's not it. That's too long. Ah, here it is. It's in this other bucket. I should have known that they would put it on different. Manage your own network and you'd like to know more stuff that you can do with it. That's cool. Now, in regards to that, yes, I would like to know more about cybersecurity. Um, I, however, will not ever do cybersecurity for a corporation ever again. That's just too much BS. I will provide them my information that I have from my years of experience, but I will not run their operation for. That's like I told my boss. I was like, "You make me a supervisor, I will quit. I don't want to be a supervisor. I was a supervisor for 20 years." He made the joke one time. He's like, "So you want to be a supervisor out here?" And I just gave him the death glare. And he goes, "I am sorry. That was a bad joke. That was in bad taste. Please don't quit." I probably wouldn't quit if it was something like, you know, I had like one or two people under me, but don't you dare put me in charge of a shop. I also thought about programming, but they all use the same intro classes, so I have time to think about it. Programming is that's what I would like to get. Uh, so one of my buddies, he was a programmer for the Air Force, and he got medically retired. But he's actually in my Discord, and he's the one that's in charge of updating the mods and stuff for our Project Zomboid server. And he's created his own mods. I mean, granted through uh, input from the rest of us too, like what we would like to see. But he's made a bunch of different mods for our PZ server. Don't want to be a boss anymore. I'm fine being number 2 or 3 in the order list. I don't want to be get yelled at anymore. So for me, it's not getting yelled at. I can handle getting yelled at. I hate dealing with stupid subordinates. Now, I know not all subordinates are stupid. Some do some dumb stuff, and it's a one-off or whatever. But when for 20 years my weekend safety brief was don't add to the population, don't subtract from the population, don't uh don't go to jail, and if you do, establish dominance. I mean, why do I have to get that brief every weekend? Don't drink and drive. No. I don't want to be in charge of stupid people. I want to be in charge of adults. Put me in charge of adults. Which, no, I probably wouldn't mind being in my immediate boss's position if she ever decided she wanted to move up or whatever. But there again, she's in charge of me and my buddy, and we're pretty good guys. She doesn't really have to tell us much. She tells us, she gives us our job, and we do it. Yeah, we cut up, we have fun. I want to be in charge of me and the other guy. That's I want to be the boss of those two. But if I get promoted up to boss, I can't be the boss of me and him anymore. I got to have another person to replace me, which means I got to hire somebody. Ugh. So you're a boss for 8 years in a school cafeteria. You got sick of the drama and backstabbing, ruined your desire to be in charge anymore. Hey, where's this? There it is. Holy, that took forever to find. There's those two. There's those two. I'm sure working in a school cafeteria, still then got to deal with all the, as I like to call it, the high school BS. Because let's face it, a lot of people don't ever outgrow their high school self. So there's always cliques and uh, uh, teenage drama. Even if they're 40 years old, it's still stupid teenage drama. I'm supposed to put a clock face on each side. God bless. A lot of cliques with staff members, people messing up stuff other people do to get them yelled at or fired. Like working with 8-year-olds most of the time. Yeah, that's stupid. The sad part is those people, they'll never grow up. They'll become older high school kids. That's all they'll be. but they probably have the ear of an administrator or something, so they can just say or do whatever they want. And it affects other people's careers, and they don't care. As long as they get what they want. Got the four. I need a 3. Next step, I need that. Pit stop. Nope, not that one. Most of them worked there 10 plus years, so they felt like they could do what they wanted. Bosses couldn't figure out why we couldn't hold on to new people, and no amount of explaining made them figure it out when I left. So, similarly, the organization that I left to take the new job that I'm currently in had an exit interview with the director, and uh-oh, I don't know. Um, anyway, so I had an exit interview with the director, and I explained to them the stuff that I saw, but more importantly, I discussed their leadership style. Their leadership style was very much one of those, I'm the one that's in charge, you will do what I say, and there would be no ifs, ands, buts about it. And you know what? Fine. If that's the way you want to operate, that's fine. Um, just know that that's not the way most people want to be. I shouldn't say managed. You don't really manage people, but that's not the way most people want to be treated. There we go. And when you start treating people like that, then that's when you start getting dissension in the ranks, and then you start having mass exodus of people, which is what they're currently experiencing. And I still have friends that work there that, give me information on what's going on. And I'm pretty certain that that organization's a sinking ship unless they do something in a hurry to fix it. But I don't think they will. Because that would mean admitting that, what they've been doing all along was wrong. And those type of people, they don't like to admit they're wrong. But you know what? No skin off my back. I'm in a job that I like. I'm happy. I mean, it does have its drawbacks and stuff. Uh, because the job that I am in is very engineer centric. So if you're not an engineer, you're not really anybody. So I have a hard time getting some stuff pushed through because of that. But fortunately, my boss's boss, he's the one that jokes with me about making me a supervisor. He is an engineer. So as long as I can convince him of the logic behind what I'm wanting to do and why it's important, he can then turn around and explain that to the engineers in order to help me get some stuff pushed through. I know not all of it's going to get pushed through because when you're dealing with civil engineers and mechanical engineers and stuff like that, they don't really care about emergency management. So in their mind, it is something they'll worry about when it happens. They don't want to prepare for it. Quick detour. Ads will be starting soon. It's a one block of 3 minutes each hour. We do this to minimize the interruptions to the stream and to prevent pre-rolls. This way, when people come in, they don't have to see the pre-rolls. They get to experience what is Tuca right off the bat. So please stick around through the ads. It supports the channel. If you're Twitch Turbo or if you subscribe to the channel, you won't get ads. But don't worry, that's not a ploy to get you to subscribe, because guess what? During the ads, I don't build. So you're not going to miss anything. You might miss some conversation that Chat and I have, but you won't miss any of the build. So don't feel like you have to subscribe in order to watch the entire build. Now, if I'm playing a video game, that's different. A little bit more difficult to pause video games, especially if I'm doing multiplayer. But use the opportunity of this 3-minute ad break to get up, stretch your legs, get you a drink, get you a snack, maybe even take a bio break. And after the 3 minutes is up, we'll reconvene here and we'll continue the build. Let's see. That is, so when you say that they've been there for 10 plus years and felt like they could do what they wanted, that's similar to a state job. When it comes to state jobs, once you get past probation, you really have to screw up, excuse me, to get fired from a state job or any government job, really. So, I mean, like, you have to be doing a goat on your boss's lawn, you know, while filming it or something. You gotta do something horrendous to get fired. So there's a lot of people when it comes to state government jobs or state federal jobs that once they pass probation, then they just start slacking off because they know it's hard to get fired. As long as you do the bare minimum, you can keep that job for 20 years. You'll never get promoted, but you can keep that job for 20 years as long as you do the bare minimum. Then you can draw your retirement and go and do something else. I know ads are about to start soon, so what we're going to do is we're going to start gathering up the parts that we need for... Oh, and there they are. There's the ads. But we're going to start gathering up the parts that we need for the next couple of steps. That way we can just kind of keep chugging along. Man, hang on, let me get a drink. Girl got me talking. So we got those two. That one, we need the flared piece. That one out there. Then we need this piece here. So that's that step. All right, and the step after that, we need that piece. It stopped. That piece. That piece. Hey now, get back here. Where'd you go? Nope, not that one. Notorious. That one. That one. There's those two steps. We need that. See. Didn't miss anything yet anyway. You were the one that I wasn't supposed to lose. Have you for life? Alright, so we got ads are fixing to end here. So we'll get ready to start working on the steps that we set aside here. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. How come Frosty didn't give a little trivia thing? Interesting. Anyway, the shadowy corners of Crazy Man Tuca's chat trail spun tales of cyber intrigue and network mysteries. Once a boss in the cafeteria underworld, they now seek knowledge without the crown. Meanwhile, Tuca snagged a scraggy but lost a young goose to fate's whimsy dice roll. Ads loom like a foggy dawn, but loyalty will light the way. Stick around, gumshoes. Alright, let's see. Look into the only eyes that knew me. Hmm. Ah! So, Trail, what games are you into right now? You still doing Fallout 76? And welcome back from the ad break, everybody. So, as promised, I did not do any building during the ads. I just went and grabbed the pieces we needed for the next steps. I love this song. I actually like this version better than Elvis Presley's version. Probably blasphemy to a lot of the Elvis Presley fans out there, but I actually like this version better. Oh, nope, not that way. That way. Need that piece. Hmm. And for those that don't know, this is 9-inch nails, and my wife just cannot fathom that it's 9-inch nails. Take my hand. Okay, that is it. I was supposed to have two of those. Whoopsie! Okay. That. Okay. Weed! I'm an idiot. Oh, good. Weed. It's so much more. That. Just need the plan. I'm gonna need that soon. Probably for this piece here. There it is. I'll probably had to go answer the phone call. Deserve it so. Those two. These two will probably be for that one. They're opposite of what I need currently. That one. That one. Four. Two. Deserve it so. That's yeah, that's a four. Uh, two. This fire. Oh. All right, there's a Viper. The Viper is coming. The Viper is coming. For those playing the Pokemon game, you can get the Viper. Alright, so I have that piece, that piece. That piece. That piece. That, 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 and that. The next requires those. Also requires these. Three, two, and that. Alright. Hey, we caught it, Alex. Yeah, you saved me. I'm glad I didn't try to finish this up my last stream. We're already like an hour and a half in. So that would have basically been an extra hour and a half so far added to that other stream that was already, I think, an hour long, hour over what it normally is. So I'm glad I decided not to try and do that. Then do this. Alrighty, ready, roo. We want to stick this on top of our train station. Oh, we gotta flip it around here though. Yeah, you give me a reason to feel. Oh, not that way. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. All right. Here we are. There's where the battery pack goes for the lights. But let's grab this. See it all lit up. Me to the line. Let's stick this right here for now. It makes it easier for me to maneuver. There we go. Now the lights are kind of bright and wash out certain sections. Oh, hell. That washes out some of it. And if you look closely, you can actually see the lights inside the top pieces here. Oh, I just lost something. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was my bush. Oh. All right. However, though, we're still not done. We're just done building the station, looks like. Oh, come on. Me to the lion. All right, there's still some parts and some stuff we got to build. See, we still have all these parts here. So obviously, we still have more to build. We're not done with the set. We're just done with the train station. Yeah. Need 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. Suffolk. There we go. Need 2 of these. Need 2 of these. Play. Okay. Look, it's off center. This one looks like it goes here. This one looks like it goes. We'll set that off to the side because now we're building something else. Yeah. Uh, 2, 3, and 4. Four. To suffocate. Welcome to suffocate. Okay. Have it this way. And we need these two here. Need these two. These two. Wait, Trail said he was sick, so he's not at work. I think. Two, three, four. Only count to 4. All right. So this. Oh. All right. Uno más. Uno más. Smaller version. There's a unknown D that's in chat for those playing the Pokemon game. There we go. What other piece that we built? There we go. And, and oh, I didn't realize that we didn't put a roof there, so that's probably what we're building right now. That's what it looks like. Alright, so we need that. 3, 8. 1, 6. Which would need 3 more 8s. Next step. I need those 3 8s as well. Just a guess. So that's what I'm betting. Nope. That's what it looks good. Good need. Alright, once again, we're building this. Uh, uh. Alright, so we're going to do 2 of these. Again, I imagine. So. Uh, That. 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 I called it. I called it. Or I was the only one to try. But I still called it. There's that. Goes right. Would you look at that? I was right. Doing a blind squirrel getting an acorn. Trying my best. Doing what I can. We did do this slightly different though than the last one. So when we made this one, we did these pieces here before we did the center. This time we did the center, and now we're going to do these other pieces. Throw those in there. Last bucket. Believe the rumors. Because I'm a bad guy. Well, we stick this here. All right. There's two. Come on. Give it here. 4, 6, 8. Oh, I only need 7. Oopsie. I mean, I do need 8, but I need 7 of one color, 1 of another color. Good. Balls are petty. Little dramatic. Sure, that'll go right there. There we go. That looks straight. I used the Mr. Harral trick. Just beat it, beat it. God, did it go so wrong? All right. Make sure that that wire is out of the way. There we go. Where did it go so wrong? Stick this right. So I was wrong all the way around. We're not done with the station. So we just put the roof on. We just put the train station sign over here. But here, let me. We just put this roof here on, and we just added this sign here that says train station. So we ain't done with the train station yet, and we're building a bench next. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're still not done with the station. It's a pretty secure limb. That there. Oh, nope, they want the thick end down. There is a Slugma in chat for those doing the Pokemon game. But the dead don't. That's cool. Look at that. And those in the armrests. A little bench though. This goes over here with the wanted posters. They just sit there? Oh no, we need to secure this somehow. You know what? It's my build. I'll put these right here. I'll instead this. Oh, they're turds. There's nothing for it to clip to. Oh. I can figure this out. What if do it this way? Okay, so if we do it this way, that gives us the connection down here that we just need a couple of brown 1x2s that we can then stick on there. So let's see here. There's a brown 1x1 we can secure it. I'd prefer a 1x2 though. Or even that's a light brown. Jesus Christ. Hi, Mad Dog. He was waiting for that. I guarantee. Oh. How you doing, Mad Dog? Hope you're having a good day. No guest got here. Oh, you must have heard the wife. She was saying that she guessed that you had more bits. 'Cause last night you were saying you were out of bits. All right, so we'll hold off on that bench real quick. See if I can find some more pieces. Do it the way I want to do it. Who knows? Maybe I'll have some extra pieces left over. At 121. Well, now you have 21. Okay. So this instruction booklet right here wants to let you know that this screwdriver, not a toy. Just in case you didn't already know. You're back out to work. All right, man. Have a good day at work. Thanks for the jump scare. Making sure my ticker still works. Ooh, I can even do that. I have those pieces. All right. So I found these pieces here. What we're going to do is we're going to stick these to the bottom here. At least for now until I get a better solution. So that's going to have our bench like that. That way we can actually attach our bench. Oh hell, that don't look half bad. Doesn't look half good, but it doesn't look half bad. Check it out. Doesn't look bad. But now that bench won't move. It's attached to the train station. So as I move this thing around, it won't just slide off. All right. You'll be around. You need some coffee? All right, Mal, get you some coffee. Enjoy life's elixir. aside from um, combining the two different steam engines that the Kobe steam locomotive came with, this is actually I think the real first deviation from instructions that I think I've ever done. Because technically that wasn't a deviation. You could use either or, and I just kind of combined the two. This was definitely a deviation. That's pretty cool though. All right, so we got to flip this around. All right, so we're putting this again. This doesn't have anything to hold it. Well, it doesn't have any like pieces that it can snap to. Oh, that doesn't go there. That's why. That goes there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 2, 4, 8, 10, 12. 1, 2, 3. All right. Two, three. All right, and with the cuckoo clock, that means that ads will be starting soon. As I stated earlier, we do one block of 3 minutes for the ads to minimize the disruption to the stream and to get rid of pre-rolls. That way people come in, they get to experience all that is Tuca. Additionally, if you have Twitch Turbo or you're subscribed to the channel, you won't get ads. That is not a ploy to get you to subscribe or to get Twitch Turbo, because during the ads I do not build. So therefore, you won't be missing anything. Now, if we might be doing some chit-chatting with chat and stuff like that, you might miss that, but not gonna miss any of the build. Additionally, you can use that time to step away, grab you a drink, grab you a snack, maybe even a bio break. And then when we reconvene here after the ads, we can continue on with the show. Hey, Rosie. Just FYI, my stream time is changing to Mondays. I may, during the ad break, go and grab pieces for the next step, but I will not be building. Yeah, no more Friday streams. Not unless there's like a holiday or I call in sick, stuff like that. Reason being is because our boss's boss got tired of trying to figure out who was on shift and who wasn't. So he forced us to pick who was going to be off on Mondays and who's going to be off on Fridays. So we Rochambeaued for it, and I lost. So I got Mondays off now instead of Fridays. All right, and we are in ads. So we're going to take a little breather. I'm going to collect the pieces for the next couple of steps. Make sure you go out, get you a little bio break, get you a little drinky drink, etc. And we'll reconvene in about 3 minutes. Joe's not feeling well. Oh, poor Joe. Is he running a fever or anything, or is it just his ears again? Oh, crap. I am sitting here building, and I'm not supposed to be building. So, just collecting pieces for the next couple steps. That is what we are doing. We are not building during break. All right, so the first step is the next step is these. Next step is that's the next step. Actually, that step. That. That. That for that step. All right, so there's all that. Ads will be ending soon, so I'm gonna grab me a drink real quick. We got elevated temperature. Okay. Have to be up at 6:30 to get sorted for your appointment. So it's likely going to be an all-nighter. Ew, all-nighters. Thomas Eakins was renowned not just for his paintings, but also for his significant contributions to the field of photography. That's cool. All right. We collected our pieces for the next few steps. Now we're going to build. So I totally was not building during the ads. I don't know what you're talking about. I would never build during ads. How dare you speak such ill of me? So rude of you to fib like that. I sound like a robot. All I gotta say is no video, no proof. Did you clip it? No, don't you dare. That skin one was fun. Uh-oh, Kevin just became public enemy number one to Book. He redeemed Forrest Gump. Alex is gone, and the wife has uh no. I think it lasts 5 minutes. Double check if my mouse would work. You don't like the Forrest Gump either? That is rude. I'm only doing what the people ask. Oh, it's only for 3 minutes. Been doing it 5. Oh, which is good because this does actually hurt my voice to do. That is the person Kevin is outvoted. As he outvoted. I forgot where I was. There we are. But I have to start a road command. That way, people who don't like the Forrest Gump can do rude on certain people. There's a 3 minute. Who we are, we are. But Kevin, I don't think the ladies enjoyed your redeem. Not 100% sure, but I was a betting man. That's what I would say. Who we are, who we are, we are. That was to prevent you talking like a robot. I think the ladies preferred the robot over the forest. How that work? You change the angle. What the world kind of BS is this? Oh, ah, okay. These are different. Realized they were different. So this is a steeper angle than the other one. It has, this one's more acute. This one will go here. This one goes up more. That goes. Yeah, that actually works. What's up, superhero? How are you? There we go. I did not realize that they were two different angles. That's cool. All right, so now it's actually working. Oh, there was a pneumal, but I caught it. This is interesting building this tree. Way below, way below. So we take this, there, goes into here. So that goes there, there. So look at the tree that we built. Kind of interesting. Little dead tree. Not too dissimilar from the one in my front yard I got cut down. So if we turn this way, push. And it just sits somewhere out in Never Land. And that is it. It is built. Alright, so we do have a bit of a problem that I did not foresee earlier when it comes to putting the track here. But it should not be an issue. Because I don't have anything out here make the track level, but shouldn't be an issue. We'll figure it out though. Let me go grab the train, see what we can do here. Sucks is this train is all together. Like, so most of the other trains that I've put together, you can easily slide the cars in and out of each other. But not only are these connected with Technic pieces, they're also connected with wire because they're all lit or lighted or whatever you want to call it. So, because of that, it makes it a little more difficult to move them. But oh, oh dang. 1, 2, 3. Got 6 pieces, right? One. Yeah. So we'll do 3 and 3. Of course, where connected, piece to hold them together. All right. Oh, we still have our dynamite on here. Take this piece here too. All right. That all down. And take this piece, stick there. Piece will stick there. This piece will stick there. All right. Yeah, it fell off again. Ah. Yep, coming off the back. There, that's all right. Oh, all right. All right. Oh, the dynamite up. There we go. All right. There's those two pieces. Closer to you. Is it safe? I don't know. Is it? It ain't never safe in here. I know what you're talking about, Gump. Uh. Kevin got the impression that the ladies were not. They would prefer the robot versus the Gump. Oh, those are not the right one. Wait, it shouldn't matter. Yeah, it shouldn't matter. There we go. All right, that down there. We'll take that one. We'll stick here. And we can stick these two here. All right, there's that. There we go. We have connected Old West train and the train station. Oh, Forrest made it sound like I was going to be sick. Well, there we go. We have completed the Old West train station, and we have attached it to the Old West freight train. Make one static display. Oh. Now the fun part. Get this over there. And where? I know I'm going to take it to work eventually, but I got to find a place to put it for now. Because I can't leave it on my desk all weekend. Because we're going to start another build on Monday. So, stand by. Oh, I need to attach the water tower. This way, while the train is in the station getting new passengers and stuff, it can refill the boiler. Oh, there sucks. It really, really sucks. Let's see, where do we want to put that? All right, so there's our water tower. I actually think it needs a couple more pieces to reach the middle of the track where it should be. Plus, it's not quite tall enough for the train to go underneath of it. Okay, so I need to get another one of these barrel pieces to extend it out at least one more. And I need to raise this up about here. So it needs to go up at least another inch. Be able to sit on the track or over the track, have the train come underneath of it. Gonna go blow that tunnel, boys. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the train off the tracks real quick, so I can then put this over there on my display rack. Then I'll put the train back on the tracks. Because if the track falls, oh well. There's your dynamite mouse, so you can blow the tunnel. All right. Wow, that fits perfect. All right, let me grab the train, put that back on the tracks, and then I will grab the camera and show y'all where I put it and show you what it looks like. Oh no! Hang on 1 second. Get it down there. Ow. All right. Don't mind the mess. I missed your chat. Where? Oh, the massive dynamite. Oh, yeah. Somebody mentioned that before when I was building it that they thought that the logs were really big dynamite. All right. Let's get ready for a little ride. So if you get motion sick, bear with me. Here we go. There it is. Train station and the train. Fits perfectly on those two, that one shelf. And of course, there's the book over there for the train. And we have a spot already picked out at work for it. So when I take it to work, we'll stick it on top of the bookshelf there in the office. So it can be displayed nice and prominently. Yeah, the train kept derailing. So I was being a pain in the butt. All right. We don't really have time to start anything else because we only have 23 minutes till stream would normally end. But as a reminder, Mondays will now be my new stream schedule because of my change in work schedule. So I'll no longer be doing Fridays. It'll only be Mondays. But let's see who is streaming. We can find out who we're going to raid into. And starting on Monday, we're going to do a few small sets because we've done several big sets in a row now. We're going to do a couple of small sets to kind of break it up a little bit. Oh, look, Carrot is on. He raided into us a couple days ago, so let's raid into him. Give him a little love back. All right. So we got to do our thank yous. So Thank you to Sergeant Dingo Pants and Kittens Taz for the follows last week, as well as Teal Giraffe for hanging out and chit chatting with us. Oh, thank you, Alex, for doing the shout out. So in case you get left behind, that's where we're going. Also, thank you to Magdog for the 121 bits that he donated today. Thank you to Alex for being our awesome moderator and doing shout outs and stuff and taking care of our stream and chat. Thank you to Trail for hanging out and chit chatting, and Kevin for the redeems. And thank you again for Mal for the hydrate. And just to reiterate, Alex got first, Book got second, and Trail got third. So you'll try to call over the weekend. Awesome, Kevin. Hopefully we can get something going. But until Monday, remember Monday noon Central, I'll be back. That's going to be my new stream schedule from now on. So y'all have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday. And if you have any issues with your mental health and you're in the U.S., dial 988. That'll get you the suicide hotline. And option 1 if you're a veteran. Later.